So Ariel and April,
Yes.
this is not your regular job at CUNA, obviously.
Definitely
So
not.
does your job at CUNA, does it help you? Does it help you in this role?
I mean, I can say from my perspective, it's definitely helped because I mean, in learning events, you know, I get to do some of this virtual MC role in other spaces. So I know it's helped me in that way. I don't know about you, April.
Yeah, I think so, in terms of preparing for some of the people that we've interviewed with, being in engagement and having the knowledge of the resources and solutions that we have at CUNA. I would say yeah.
So it's been easy to talk with
It's
people.
been easy for me, it's just been like really having a conversation.
It is. It's been just a lot of conversations. And I think what's great is what I don't know, April will know, and what she doesn't know, I might know, or we just know where to go find it, I think, yeah.
And that's how I know that we truly are the A team.
I think
right?
we keep pounding that at
You're the
home.
A team.
We're the A team.
Yeah, we feel like if we say it enough, it's going to be a thing.
But as far as being behind the cameras, that's a different animal.
Oh, it definitely
It
is.
is.
How did you guys learn that role? And you've done a wonderful job, but there has to be an onboarding process.
Yeah.
You're working together. How did that all work out?
Yeah.
So Ariel and I, you know, I'm remote, right? But, you know, I think it's important to stay connected even when you're remote. So early on, before this even was asked of me, Ariel and I, we've connected, we just get to know each other. We worked together on another event last year. But I think it's just really been just spending time together.
Yeah, we just had connections.
Connections.
And it wasn't work related. It was, you
No.
know, tell me about your family. What do you do
just
for fun?
really getting to know each other, like outside of work.
Finding
That
the
makes
connection.
a difference in front of the camera.
I think so.
It made a difference,
Yeah.
yes. And we've learned that we have a lot in common.
Yeah.
Like, you know, our birthdays are in April. We're both Aries. Our personalities are similar. And then our energy and passion for what we do.
Yeah. Granted, we did a lot of work build up for it to make sure that we had, you know, there's some of this is, you know, we have topics that we're talking about, but then there's also things, of course, that I'm not going to say we're making them up, but, you know, we know what we're doing.
On the fly.
There's some on the fly stuff,
there's
so
some
we
on the
just had to
fly
make sure we
stuff.
were prepared.
Oh.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
it was working fun. We
Yeah,
had to
and that's
build up
why I
for it.
asked the question.
Yeah.
So what did you guys do here? Do you have guests on and you ask questions, and how does
Yeah.
it work?
So we have scheduled interviews. We've prepared questions.
And some non-scheduled
and some
interviews.
non-scheduled
Yeah.
interviews.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Those on the fly
Yeah.
type interviews. But yeah, we prepared questions. Either we came up with the questions and shared them with the interviewee, or we gave them an opportunity to submit questions to us that they would like to have asked. You know,
Right.
They know best the questions that they want to have asked to share the information.
Yeah.
Was the on-the-fly aspect a little different for you?
Yeah, for me it was.
Yeah.
I'm someone that, you know, I like order and structure, but this was, you know, hey, we have X number of minutes and we need to fill time. And I'm like, oh, okay, what?
And I
tried
love that.
not to panic,
Yeah.
but Ariel sensed it. But I would have to say, and I shared this information with Nick the other day, that as long as I see him not panicking when something shifts, then I'm good. And I just really have to commend him on that. That's huge.
Yeah, and she's referencing Nick. So there's obviously we are
guy
the people
behind the
that are
camera.
Yeah, the
in
guy
front of
behind
the
the camera,
camera.
yes.
You know, there's us, and we are like they like to call us the talent, the people that are in front of the camera. But we have a team of
We
you
have
know
a
people
team.
behind us, behind the camera, and then of course there's a team that's been building up to help build this, or, you know, bring this event to
Yeah.
life. So. We're just the people that get to talk to the online attendees at home, but you know, so many people,
It's so
as you
many
know, it's
people.
not just one person that does a podcast
Right.
or one
Yeah.
person that is this. So many people have brought this to life.
Yeah, and that's why I asked
Yeah.
the question about on the fly, because when
Yeah.
I do podcasts, the on the fly question takes a whole new meaning. So,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
you guys are behind the camera, so that's almost exponential. I can't even imagine what that's like.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I kind of love it. I'm not going to lie.
well, that good for you. That's wonderful. That's one. Yeah, you're a natural. Yeah, I can tell already.
That really excites me. It gets things going. You know, it makes it
it's
fun.
just like, okay,
So,
yeah, we'll figure it out.
yeah, it's good
I'm
stuff.
like, okay.
But besides the interviews, of course, then, our online attendees they get to see the general sessions. We bring them into breakouts. So really, we're kind of the liaison that's, that's smoothing it back and forth, welcoming them into the general sessions and then taking them out. And so, just kind of talking them in and out of things and making sure they know where to go.
Yeah.
And actually, that brings me to my next question, because GAC is such a big. It's just such a big event, and if you've been in the credit union movement, credit unions are just small in scale compared to other businesses, especially in the financial services industry. How does GAC look different from this perspective for you guys sitting here? Can you kind of explain that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. Like Ariel mentioned earlier, just being the eyes and the ears for our attendees and making sure that they're connected, right? Because there are sometimes technology issues. And I will say what's new, I believe, this year is being able to take them into breakout sessions and they can interact and ask questions. And I just really, really think that that's awesome. You know, so it's really like them being there, but they're not, you know, because they can ask those questions. And
making sure that they're, introduced into the exhibit hall. We took them on a kind of a little tour video of the exhibit hall and interviewed some of those vendors in there as well. So kind of like, it is the eyes and the ears, and they're sitting at home, but we're trying to make sure that they feel like they have a seat at the GAC in sort of way, a little virtual seat here.
So giving them enough to be like, oh man, I really need to be there in person next year. We want that to be the hope that they'll come.
And is that kind of the purpose behind some of this?
Yes and no, but also kind of just like where we do our hybrid events, just making it accessible, making sure that the content and the experience is accessible to every member. So, maybe not everybody can be here for whatever reason, so just making sure that they can experience, the GAC in whatever way they want to.